Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and welcome back to another episode of r/Amazon Reviews. Now while this isn't the most popular subreddit out there, I still feel like it's got a lot of great content, which is why I thought I'd have a look at it again. Question: can this keyboard play sad song? Answer: yes, it can play a lot of sad song. Answer: sorry, I cannot answer your question. Oh, I'm sorry, but it was funny at first. It was funny because of the whole "can it play sad" song. Like, if you're like, sorry, no, this keyboard is only equipped to do the major keys, you know. But just as sorry, I cannot answer your question really threw me. It sounds like it's a freaking boomer, like it's one of those boomers that you get. Again, it's like what I said before with the whole old people Facebook thing. There are some that are quite like that, in that he seemed to take this like generic question to anyone as a question for him specifically, and he has to answer this question. Like, sorry, I cannot answer your question. Thanks for the notification, John. 1 star by blank juvenile. I assume the target audience is teens because this book has no plot whatsoever. It's like a lame D&D RPG game brought to life. It essentially starts in a dungeon and assumes the reader gets excited by listening to how someone else chooses their adventure. Literally, that's how new characters are introduced. Random encounters. Yeah, this was the review on a choose your own adventure novel. You know, the whole genre being that you create a character and you choose the options as you're reading it. That's the point of the fricking book. It's like buying something from Mills and Boon and being like, well, there was far too much romance in there. Or reading Stephen King and being like, wait a minute, this ending doesn't make any sense. You know, like, you got to expect that. That's exactly what what it's there for. And like, to complain about it, calling it juvenile just because it's a genre you don't particularly like, it's, you know, you're the one that didn't read what the book actually freaking was. God, how bitter, how, you know, like, I don't understand this kind of judgy nature towards other people's hobbies. You know, there are some hobbies that I see and I look at it and I think, you know, this is a load of vacuous bollocks. But at the same time, it's not hurting anyone and it's not my place to judge. And, you know, so, you know, this is the sort of thing that I would like. I freaking love D&D. And I used to do choose your own books all the time when I was younger. Even actually more recently when I was 21, I went through a phase of reading through choose your own books. And even apps, there's quite a few apps that are like that. So, you know, don't go into a shark tank and then complain that there are sharks there. This helped me get my bones smoked to the club. I need a beach bad, bro. Wife had a tracheotomy and no longer smokes me like a barbecue brisket. Yeah, mine, depending on where you live. I live in Virginia Beach, and even though I have a girlfriend, the offers of tail are ridiculous. These shirts are always like a cheat code on social life. Disclaimer, I'm already pretty good with the gift of gab, but these sorts are a great convo starter. By Kevin. Thanks, Kevin. This majorly has the vibes of r/that happened and r/I have sex. It just, it really just makes my skin crawl, you know? Like the whole, I need a beach, but my wife had a tracheotomy. Like, maybe you should be more concerned about the fact that your wife had surgery. Like, just go without, it's fine. I mean, why, unless you've got an open relationship with your wife, which is totally cool, unless you're polyamorous, which is also, like, great, that's totally fine. Like, this gives me cheating vibes, and cheating is such, like, a betrayal of trust. I cannot condone it in any way at all. And then that whole, yeah, of course I got a gift of the gab, but, you know, if you wear this shirt, all the ladies are just going to be, you know, like waterfalls from the vulva. Just, oh my god, that man's wearing a shirt. I must procreate. You know, it always happens. As many reviewers mention wrong grey colour, ordered grey colour received light to dark white colour. Construction seems quality. I will return. Sorry, it just cuts off there and I felt like saying it like that. But it wasn't grey, it was light to dark white. I mean, oh no, they need to learn how colours work. I mean, really. Like, this is something that I saw before where people were calling it dark, and then it goes, and you say what you thought it was, and then they went, ooh, dark white. You know, I mean, there's off-white, but it's normally because it's got a slight yellow tinge. You know, or a pink tinge if it's, you know, eggshell, not, or, you know, bluey tinge. You know, it's a tinge, it's not, you know, darkened to the point that it's now grey. So this apparently was on a review for a knife. Good, it's exactly what I was expecting. Snuck it into the prison I'm currently in and killed some rivals and slipped it right back into my ass with no problems. I would definitely recommend this. Now, we're all fine connoisseurs of internet funny men. I think it's very clear to anybody reading this that this person couldn't have possibly written this from prison, and this is clearly a joke. We're all very, very high IQ. We're like 200 IQ viewers of this channel, readers of Reddit. So we're more than aware that this is a joke. However, they didn't commit to the joke. You know why? If this knife is so freaking good, how come they only gave it 4 stars out of 5? If you could slip it right back into your ass with no problems, a sharp knife right up in your bum, no problem whatsoever even, that's at least a 5-star out of 5, but you gave it 4 while saying would definitely recommend this. Why not give it 5 stars, Dylan? Honestly, if you're gonna be an internet funny guy, if you're gonna make up stories about slipping knives in your ass, then you gotta commit. You gotta make people believe it. And this just doesn't do that. Perfect for 11 Halloween costume. I'm a 5'7" male weighing 130 pounds. I bought this dress for an 11 Halloween costume. It worked perfectly and I got a lot of positive feedback. I know this was posted because we're supposed to have a little giggle, but you know what? I think that this is the perfect review. He bought it for a costume, which if you look at the picture, yeah, that outfit's perfect. You know, he definitely looks like he is in a costume of 11 from Stranger Things. He doesn't look like he is trying to dress as anyone else. He bought the dress for a purpose, and he gives the review based on that purpose. And it makes a lot of sense. If somebody else is looking at it thinking, oh, can I put together an 11 cosplay? This might actually help. So I think this is really neat. Fun way to ruin a weekend and blow $100. We took this ball to the beach, and after close to 2 hours to pump it up, we pushed it about for about 10 fun-filled minutes. That was when the wind picked it up and sent it huddling down the beach at about 40 knots. It destroyed everything in its path. Children screamed in terror at the giant inflatable monster that crushed their sandcastles. Grown men were knocked down trying to save their families. The faster we chased it, the faster it rolled. It was like it was mocking us. Eventually, we had to stop running after it because its path of injury and destruction was going to cost us a fortune in legal fees. Rumour has it can still be seen stalking innocent families on the Florida Panhandle. We lost it in South Carolina. There's something to be said about its durability. Oh, come on, all that fun and you only gave it 2 stars out of 5. Honestly, with these descriptions, it sounds like it could be like a new freaking weapon of war. Just send you see the the army planes flying overhead, and then there's just these great big balls falling out of them. Oh my goodness, like 2 hours to fill up though. 2 hours, my god. I would not have that patience. A okay simple gift for a beginner. I bought this skateboard for my daughter who's never ridden up before and she hearted. She picked out the design and colour and she's extremely smiley face with how it rolls smoothly and how it feels. I'm very pleased smiley face with this skateboard. I don't like the overuse of emojis in general, just because it really gives me the kind of Hun MLM vibe. Like always, hey Han, smiley face, look, 2 eyes at this, shocked face, sort of thing that you get from those terrible pictures. But regardless, what bothers me about this one is the utter lack of consistency. So, for example, they say she's extremely smiley face with how it rolls smoothly and how it feels. So they are using the smiley face as a replacement for the word happy or pleased or whatever, just the emotion. However, later on they then say, I'm very pleased smiley face with this skateboard. So what are you doing, Karen? Are you adding the emojis as sentence enhancers? Or are you using them to, replace words completely? I don't like it. It's probably one of those mums that thought it looked really cute as well. Top reviews. 5 stars by Camille B. Zits be gone on Butterfat Loser. I love this object, it makes me laugh to hee. I love the grammar of my review and I'll tell my boyfriend that his feety stank. You know, now that I know this about the product, I am definitely going to buy it. I don't know what it is, but based on this review alone, it doesn't seem like you can go wrong, especially if it makes you laughter. And you know, if you love the grandma on her review, she'll tell her boyfriend that his feeties stank, so you know, how can you say better than that? Now this next one is a review for some eyebrow powder. Stays in place even during your worst day. I was in a major car accident. I rolled over a few times and landed on the side. I managed to escape the burning vehicle while I was internally bleeding and was rushed to the hospital. Well, all I can say is that the eyebrow powder is absolutely magic. The photo explains it all. Excuse the way I look though. Oh my goodness. Okay, so fair play to this person. Fair play to them for, like, putting up a picture of themselves in hospital. I mean, nobody wants to look bad, especially if you're, like, posting a photo of yourself on the internet. It's sort of a particularly rough time. But, I mean, from what I can tell, the eyebrow powder is popping. So, that, yeah, fair enough. If it stayed on and she was like, you know what, damn, this eyebrow powder stayed on even during the car accident, then why not? 5 stars. I shaved my body with it. I used this to shave my entire body and ended up with a big ball of hair the size of my fist. I didn't want anyone to know that I shaved myself, so in my panic I flushed a big hairball down the toilet. This was a mistake as it ended up clogging the drain. Needless to say, our entire bathroom floor is flooded with water and the plumber is fixing the toilet as I write this. 10 out of 10 would buy again. 901 people found this helpful, and you know what? It kind of is. I mean, this is freaking good, this is beautiful the way this person wrote it. I assume it's a he just because that they seem to be ashamed of shaving and that, traditionally as a male thing. But at the same time, like, if somebody wants to know how good the razor is, this pretty much sums up that it's a bloody good razor. It's actually giving a really good example of what you can do with it, so it is actually quite a helpful review, even though it may not seem it on the outset. Be careful around pets, you might accidentally blow them away. Can't believe the power this thing has. Don't even have to use boost for normal blowing of grass. It will blow dirt at full boost. Our chihuahua was found in a neighbouring town after I accidentally blew him away. Oh no! Oh, I had to pause and just freaking deal with that because that just I wasn't expecting that as the end point. And it was still, like, it blew their chihuahua away, but it was still voted 5 stars by Amazon Guru. It'd just be like, hey, it still freaking worked well. 16 people found that helpful. Oh my god. This is just terrible. In a neighbouring town. How freaking far did you blow him away? You might want to stop and make sure that your anime body pillows have eaten their dinner for the night because this one's a long one. By Guitar Man. 5 stars, verified purchase. Everyone should experiment with music. I like that it is powered by ordinary batteries, AAA, also included, or your own alkaline Evereddies. I have 2 of these. One has British classic rock, the other one has us classic rock. They both look the same, but when I ordered them, they were different in the music categories. This is a different breed of headphone AMP by Rux. It is a plug-in shaped like a pistol, which gives it more appeal. All these kick-ass headphone amps do rock you to outer space, but this particular one sets it apart. One of a kind, not like the rest. Design wise and in what is contained within. Most people probably do not have more than one because they only play one type of music, like guys or girls in a band, and either are not aware that there are many kinds of music on these headphone amps and the way music is played, their type or mode of music. Also, they are satisfied and happy with just the one they care about. But me, if on was on the road when you have several with rock, heavy metal, screaming, lead, reverb and chorus and effects, hard rock and blues. You have so many choices that were not available back then, but are today, right now, to me, even though I'm 71. If you think you are old, you will be old with everything that goes with it. Bad things. Age is just a state of mind. Sure, I'm run down, my health stinks, but I think young, lift weights workouts, not just a half hour, many hours. I don't look my age. My hair went from grey to white. Who cares? I've got 99 fiends, girls, couples, women, guys that are musicians, guitar from all over the world, not just here in the USA, all over different countries in Europe and England, that when I put my life history and background on Facebook, even though my picture lousy, terrible, which I did not post on Facebook, it was taken from my phone, picked from my gallery. So all these friends posted their pictures on Facebook, so I know what they look like. Even though we haven't met as yet, they still would like to date, go out, hang out. There are pretty young teen girls, strippers, beautiful women my age and many way younger from India, South America, down south, southern belles, farmers' daughters, women that are smart with high IQs. Einstein Albert was a genius. His IQ was 160. Mine is 185. I'm an artist, inventor, musician, guitar and keyboards, piano, harp, player, blues, harp harmonica, for those of you lost in the ozone or space, a ex-hippie painter, watercolor, so I have a colourful history. Oh, that genuinely hurt my mouth, I'm not even kidding. I had to take like about a 15-minute break after reading that to get onto the commentary because just reading all of that hurt my mouth. Oh, there were so many different Reddit, crossovers, subreddit crossovers in this review. There was a heavy amount of r/old people Facebook. He says that he's 71 and that you're only as young as you feel, and he feels young, and that is absolutely brilliant. Good for him. I'm glad he's open about how he feels, but he's... I mean, you could tell the age as it was going along, the fact that there were all the full stops randomly going into all caps, and then the whole thing about, hey, I talk to all these beautiful women from all over the world on Facebook, some are strippers. So he's got loads of robot friends, good for him. And then, of course, the r/nobody asked as well. There is so much, oversharing, random words, vomit, word diarrhea just gushing out from this guy's fingers as he's typing, telling his whole freaking life story, even though it just seems to be a review for some, musician thing, like an amp or headphones or something. But no, we gotta hear this guy's whole freaking life story and what he's getting up to on all of his social medias at the same time. I absolutely loved this. I mean, although it hurt me quite literally to read, there's just so much. I really want to add this guy as a friend on Facebook. If I found out what Guitar Man's Facebook was, I would definitely add him just because I would enjoy that people watching. I would love to just see all the crappy posts. This would be beautiful. Oh god, not to mention echoes from r/I am very smart, all of that crap about Einstein's IQ and his IQ. Oh no, it's so many different cliches in one. That's it for this episode of r/Amazon Reviews. I hope that all the helpful insights into products will help you with your future purchases. As I say at the end of every episode, if you enjoyed hearing from this subreddit or would like to hear from any other subreddit, then do let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you all next time.